About the worst thing that could happen to any retiree is to wake up during retirement only to discover that your retirement savings cannot support your retirement lifestyle. Proactive financial planning will always provide more options than reactive planning. Here are 3 common retirement mistakes that a proactive plan can help you avoid. Number 1, unrealistic goals. Look, it is okay to dream. It's even healthy and something you should do. It can motivate you. But remember that being grounded in reality is your friend. Your retirement goals can stretch a bit, but you've got to make sure they're not delusional, but actually attainable. The process is pretty simple. First, you start by estimating how many years do I have left to work before I go into retirement. Once you've done that, figure out the one-time big purchases you plan to make. For example, maybe you want a car before you enter in retirement, a vacation home, or a big trip to celebrate. Then you want to estimate how long you plan to live. And don't forget that we are living longer today than we ever have, so don't underestimate that part. You want to know how much your retirement plans, your investments, and your savings are going to produce for you once you're retired, before you retire. Do the math on all of this. It's quite complex, so you really should work with a financial planner, but either way, make sure you've run the numbers and you adjust them as needed. Number 2, managing risk. Managing risk becomes easier the more time you have to do so. Bear markets have always recovered over time, but realistically, the more time we have, the better chance that we can experience that recovery and even the growth that follows it. Also, managing risk on the expense side of your life is absolutely critical. Unknown expenses will inevitably pop up in retirement. Common examples of these include healthcare events, major long-term care events, and the possibility of having to support either a child and/or your parent financially at some point in your retirement. The earlier you can plan for these unknowns, the better you'll be. Number 3, starting your retirement planning too late. I hate to say it, but I see this one in the office more times than I would like to remember. A nice couple will come in, sit down and say, you know, we'd like to be retired in the next 2 to 3 years. We're hoping you guys can help us achieve that goal. Only to hear me at the end of the meeting say, I'm sorry to tell you, you've got 10, 15 more years to go. Time is absolutely of the essence when it comes to retirement planning. If you wait only a few years, you may have to significantly adjust your monthly contributions to make up for lost time. Let's look at an example of what I'm talking about. First, let's imagine a 40-year-old who's planning to retire at 65. This individual has $20,000 in investments, and they're going to be diligently adding $500 a month for the next 25 years of their working career. Over those 25 years, let's just assume, for argument's sake, that they earn an annualized 7% rate of return. By the time that person turns 65, they would have $488,000 in change ready to support them in retirement. Now let's take that same scenario. Exact same amount of money, $20,000, exact same annual funding of $6,000, exact same 7% rate of return, but let's assume that the person is now 50 and they only have 15 years left to go before their retirement. The difference between that individual and the person that had 10 additional years starting at 40 is massive. The 50-year-old only ends up with $206,000 at retirement compared to $488,000 for the 40-year-old. In order for that 50-year-old to save as much as the 40-year-old by the time they retire, instead of funding $500 a month, they have to contribute almost $1,400 a month. That's a tall ask when carving it out of our day-to-day budget. So remember that proactive planning is always going to be better than reactive planning, and the sooner you start, the better it'll be for you. If we need to have proactive or reactive conversation about your financial life, click on the link and let's find a time to talk.